What's up, you guys? It's your boy back with the 14 horror stories animated compilation. So far, it's they got some damn good stories. Yo, I just can't get enough of this. Hey, y'all been showing your boy love on these reactions, so I'm just gonna keep them going. You feel me? So, other than that, shoot, we gonna get into the honeymoon. So let's get it cracking like some broken balls. Let's have it. All right.
Me and my wife were on our honeymoon in Hawaii. We were on the island of Oahu, sitting on the beach. My wife got up to go to the bathroom, and when she got back,
Uh
she
oh.
told me that there was
Oh.
a creepy man watching her walk into the bathroom,
I
and when
like
she tried to walk
how
out,
they
he
got the
blocked her
bouncy
path.
of the tatas.
She only got away because there were two other people walking into the bathroom, so he got out of the way. I asked her what the man looked like, and she looked over, but unfortunately, she said he was gone. Our hotel was walking distance from the beach, so we got back quickly, but we made sure to report the man to a police officer we saw walking on the beach, and then we washed up before going out to eat. We ate at a fancy seafood place and did some walking around afterwards. Close to midnight, we finally went back to the room and began to wind down. Then we got a knock at the door. I looked through the peephole of the door and saw a man in a maid uniform standing outside. I opened the door, and he immediately tried to let himself in.
Oh
I
hell
pushed him
no.
back a bit, asking him what he wanted. He told me he left something in the room while cleaning earlier and needed to get it out. The only thing, we left the do not disturb sign on the door all day.
Mm.
Then I noticed he was making eye contact with my wife. My wife then screamed, "That's the man." I didn't understand at first, but it was too late for that. The man had already lunged at me, holding my throat with one hand while reaching behind himself with another. He pulled out a knife and started swinging at me, and if it weren't for my wife coming over and smashing his face with the lamp, I would have
Ooh,
been as
that's
good
right.
as dead.
That's right.
The commotion drew out all the
Savage.
inhabitants of the neighboring
Hey,
rooms.
yo,
One of the women
yo. Do y'all recognize who that person is in the yellow nightgown with the hairy ass legs? Yo, that is Courage the Cowardly Dog's owner. Oh my god, what was her name? Uh, was it Meredith? I can't remember, but she was married to Eustace though. Miriam. Yo, what's she doing on Oahu? Damn, she got some hairy ass legs though. They did her hella scaleless though.
started freaking out and screaming, making the situation worse.
Yeah.
We called the police, and so did the hotel. It turned into a huge, horrible scene, but we were just happy to be alive. We were questioned when the police arrived, and some of the other people around us claimed to have witnessed it all. We still don't know what kind of intentions this guy had, but if I had to guess, I would say he wanted to get to my wife.
He
He
wants
must
some of
have
that
been
pud
one very
pud.
dumb person to think he would get away with something like this in such a public building.
Damn. He want to slide his you know what up in here and late night delivery.
I'll never forget this night. The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to go home when the phone rang. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was taking calls. I picked up the phone. There was complete silence, so I hung up. About a minute later, the phone rings again, so I pick up again. Still silence. I was about to hang up again when I heard the very weak and cold voice of an old woman on the other end. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I remained polite on the phone, but on the inside I was screaming. I just wanted to get home and end my shift. I called out to my boss that somebody is requesting a delivery. He told me I had to go. I was upset at first, but I realized it's another tip, and the old ones usually tip the
You
most.
know what? I would have been like, fuck that. We closed. You're gonna have to call back tomorrow morning when it's daylight and no type of fuckery will go down over a damn pizza pie. Ain't no old woman still trying to eat a pizza pie that fucking late. What's going on with that shit?
So I decided it was okay. I took down the address and told her I would be there soon. but she had already hung up.
Damn.
I thought that was rude, but I ignored it and yelled
Fucking
to the chef
bitch.
that I needed one regular.
I ain't getting no damn pie
My
now. I
boss
ain't
told me
going.
to just go home after the delivery as the place would be closed. So a little before 10 o'clock,
Yo,
I got in my car and put the address into my GPS.
Paramite,
The house was 7 miles away.
pies.
The GPS took me to the
It
quiet
don't
side of
sound
town.
attractive.
I arrived to the house. It was a small, one-floor house on a very quiet and empty block. I took the pizza and walked up to the door and rang the doorbell. There were no lights on in the house. I hoped that she hadn't given me the wrong address. I rang the doorbell again.
No.
There was still no answer.
No.
I was about to give up when I turned my head and saw somebody standing at the window. I got a little freaked out and backed up at first, but I eventually got closer to the window to see the person. It was an old woman, probably in her late 70s. She was just staring at me with a blank expression. I yelled to her through the glass that I had her pizza. She didn't react to what I said, so I screamed it louder. A big smile ran across her face. Not a pleasant, genuine smile. It was a smile that sent chills down my spine.
Look at this bitch. Is she smiling because she like a ninja turtle right now? She want her pizza, or she cheesing like she ain't got no fucking money, and I'm gonna take this pizza from you. That's fucking creepy as fuck.
I still remember that exact face she made through the window. I decided that I was freaked out enough and got back to my car and set the pizza in the passenger seat. I had to text my boss about this. I shot him a quick text and started my car, ready to get the hell away. I looked to my right to get one more look, to see the woman standing right outside my passenger side window, giving me the same stare she had given me before.
Hell no.
I put my car in drive and floored it down the street, not looking back. My boss never made me do a late night delivery again.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Hell no. Trick or treat.
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school, and I was with my friends, Ivan, Ryan, and Jesse.
Hey.
We were all dressed as the Super Mario characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario was buff. Jesse was Waluigi because he's freakishly tall and skinny, and Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat. So they were the perfect group costumes for us. We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses. On Halloween, that's the worst thing ever. Less bang for your buck. We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home. My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy, but we planned on going until our bags were completely full. A lot of the houses by now weren't answering anymore. It was probably past their cutoff time for giving candy to trick-or-treaters. Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever. I turned around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window. Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait." The door opened and an older man, late 40s, already balding, stepped outside. He told us to come inside so he can get us some more candy. I said we could just wait out here. He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy." Ivan stepped in and said, "It's all right. Come on, Dan, let's go." I told the guy to take care and apologized. He just stood there watching as we walked off, not saying anything. I felt bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper, and I figured I just dodged a bullet not going in there. If the story ended there, it wouldn't be scary, so of course, it didn't end there. We skipped a few of the guy's neighboring houses just to get further away and continued on with our business. We were walking down close to the nature preserve now, so there weren't many houses around us. At this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house. I noticed Ryan had stopped walking and I turned around to see what's up. He said he heard someone moving from behind the trees in the preserve. Now, this was before everyone's phones had flashlights, so we couldn't just go searching in the woods for someone. Besides, we were just telling Ryan that it must have been a raccoon or something. You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life, you always assume the more logical possibility. It's just natural. Why would we assume we were being followed? I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward. A little ways down the street, me and Ivan picked up on the sound as well. When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well. Ivan yelled at the obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them. I knew he was just bluffing, though. I could hear the nervousness in his voice. The snap of a twig from beyond the trees triggered a fight-or-flight response in all of us. Me, Jesse, and Ryan all ran for it.
They got the
Ivan was
fuck
at
out of
first
there.
charging to attack, but he quickly followed.
Yo, they got the fuck out of there. All you see is just the dust marks of them getting the fuck out of there. That shit's hilarious. Oh, yo, I don't blame them though. Fuck fight. Let's get flight.
After realizing we had all taken off. We ran down the dark street, and we all noticed the sounds of at least 2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods. We banked it hard right down Jesse Street when it finally came up and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door. The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window. We couldn't see anyone. We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss what the hell just went down in his living room when all of a sudden we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut. Jesse dove to turn off the lights. There was a click and a bang from down in the den. It was more than likely Jesse's back door. We all agreed to go down armed with knives and face them. Jesse turned on his back door light, but there was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested assured knowing it was just them. Jesse explained what happened, but made it seem a lot less dramatic. Me and Ivan went home after that and called it a night. At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom." I texted back saying, "What?" He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding back, "What do you mean?" There was a long pause before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police. They didn't find anyone back there, but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating. Nothing ever became of that, and nothing ever happened at Jesse's house again after
Slender
that one
man.
Halloween night.
Wow. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the video right here. This is part 3. I think we're almost done with it. So, hey, stay tuned for the next one. Give your boy a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And also, if you want to see the original video, it's going to be down below in the description. So you won't hear me laughing and talking all over it. So, yeah. It's your boy Huggy B, aka the Hip Hop Nerd, and I will holler at y'all on the next one. Y'all be good. Y'all have good vibes. And that's all I got to react to for right now. All right, y'all. Deuces.